bid you a very fond welcome to Medium Rare Poetry. I am your host, Filet Mignon. Now, in previous videos, I may have mentioned that during my working career, I had the honour to be a supplier and work with large industrial laundries. These are not the laundries that you might find down the street at the laundromat. These are the big commercial and industrial laundries that can produce anywhere between 100 and 500 tonnes of linen per week. So the machinery that is used in these laundries is highly automated, but there are also a lot of people working for laundries, and labour can be around 40% of the cost to a laundry manager. And of course, when you're dealing with people, they can be pesky, they can get sick, they can have a whinge, they can maybe not do the job as best as they possibly can, and they could get injured. Dreadful. So, wherever possible, automation was brought in to reduce the workforce. But there are some things that are very difficult to automate in a laundry. For example, towels, like bath towels, etc., are folded automatically. And you could just imagine that a worker stands at the end of a conveyor belt, and behind them or beside them is a great big pile of these towels that are continually topped up by a conveyor belt bringing them from the dryers. So each person has to pick a towel up and lay it flat on the conveyor belt feeding into the folding machine, and then the towel is folded automatically. Well, some enterprising laundry owners decided that they would try to replace the person who picks the towels and feeds them into the machines by producing a robot. Now, that is very difficult to do, for a robot to recognise the narrow end of a towel and pick them up by those two corners and not sideways and feed them onto a conveyor belt. Anyway, this poem describes what happened when these enterprising laundry owners went down the robotic route. I hope you enjoy A Plucking Good Robot. A Plucking Good Robot by Filet Mignon. They had to build a robot to help them with their work. The humans who had gone before were prone to duck and shirk. This wasn't any robot, couldn't buy it off the shelf. It had to be specific and be working by itself. The problem was to teach the thing exactly how to pluck a single linen item from an overflowing truck. The trouble in a laundry, the towels fall in a jumble. To find a random bath towel could make a robot humble. A fit of mad brainstorming did not produce a thought. They needed fresh perspective, or this thought would come to naught. They sought a group of experts who made robots fight in wars. They lived inside a bubble and were fed beneath the door. They launched into the project. Their lab was beneficial, creating new intelligence, albeit artificial. Successful linen plucking had become their major aim. A target to latch onto would win the plucking game. Inserting tiny magnets within the toweling seam would beckon to the robot, "Come hither, you machine." The robot had some fingers to activate the pluck. The pinky wasn't needed, so out the side it stuck. The fingers too had magnets, attractive, oh they were. They'd find their polar target and latch onto it for sure. The testing was successful, the robot scored a pluck. Alas, the magnets worked too well and to the fingers stuck. Stage 2 meant tiny cameras, and didn't they look stunning? Face recognition units sourced from up the road at Bunnings. The idea was to zoom on in and recognise a towel.
the software working overtime, a constant scanning prowl. The trick was find a corner, then activate the pluck, and hoist it high to grab the towel with any kind of luck. Then offer it so gently to the folding apparatus, completing one pure cycle and almost done for gratis. The team went into spasms when the robot passed the test. They drank their health with Gordon's gin spiced up with lemon zest. But soon the party fizzled with a look of true disdain. The towel that they had folded showed a nasty plucking stain. It seemed with all these moving parts, machinery must be oiled, and so the robot sprayed about and all the towels were spoiled. And furthermore, the software didn't like the atmosphere. The laundry was too humid. Artificial sweat appeared. It tried to join the union, but its name had been blacklisted. The humans there remaining said the workplace had been twisted. And so the plucking robot drew upon its fighting roots, producing laser weapons which proceeded then to shoot. The bloodbath that resulted caused an avalanche of stress. At least there were unfolded towels to clean up all the mess. Well, things returned to normal with the humans on the job. Their normal folding frenzy was quite easy for this mob. The robot nerds retired. Well, the boss gave them the sack. A laundry is too rugged for technology to hack. And as for plucking robot, he's quite useful, I suppose. For 50 cents, he'll pluck the hairs that grow out of your nose.
Well, that was a very expensive way to figure out that the people who are working for you and do these terribly mundane jobs are worth their weight in gold rather than replacing them with advanced technology. Anyway, I hope you liked the poem today. Please like and share it with your friends and press the subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. And I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.